Early on February 11th, 1858, my sister Toinette, aged 11, and my friend Jean Abadi, aged 12, set off with me to gather firewood for my mother. Jean and Toinette crossed the millstream by the river Gave, while I sat down to take off my shoes. I was taking off my stocking when I heard a noise like the sound of a storm. I looked at the trees near the river, but nothing was moving. I was frightened and I stood up straight. Bewildered, I looked across the mill stream to a niche above a cave in the rock of Massabielle. A rose bush on the edge of the niche was swaying in the wind. It was all that moved. All else was still. A golden cloud came out of the cave and flooded the niche with radiance. Then a lady, young and beautiful, exceedingly beautiful, the like of whom I had never seen, stood on the edge of the niche. She smiled and smiled at me, beckoning me to come closer as though she were my mother, and she gave me to understand in my soul that I was not mistaken. The lady was dressed in white, with a white veil on her head and a blue sash at her waist. A rosary of white beads on a gold chain was on her right arm. On that cold winter's day, her feet were bare, but on each foot was a golden rose radiant with the warmth of summer. I went upon my knees and I took my rosary from my pocket. The lady took the rosary from her arm, and I began to cross myself. My arm could not move until the lady herself made a beautiful sign of the cross. The lady let me pray the rosary on my own. She passed the beads through her fingers. She did not say the words. She signed for me to come closer, but I did not dare. She smiled at me. She bowed to me. She disappeared into the niche. The golden cloud faded, and I was all alone. I told Toinette what happened, and at evening prayer my eyes filled up with tears. "Is anything wrong?" my mother asked. Toinette answered for me, and my mother said, "It was a white stone you saw."